something. There are not a ton of players here who play Legacy. A couple of them have decks, but not many of them actually play. So I assume that resolved. Yeah, resolved. But I doubt that you will see anybody from there. But if you do, hey, awesome. They'll be friendly and they'll be really nice. Hometown players are generally really nice. We don't have too many. I don't really want to say problem players because that's not even the right term. Usually everybody is a good sportsman and stuff. Every now and then somebody gets frustrated, but that's just a natural part of the game. He's going to shock himself to play out Torpor Orb, and looks like Carter has to look something up. Looks like he's looking it up on Gather, and that he has to... Oh, it's a foreign Torpor Orb, I believe. Okay, so he needed to see the English card text, and he did it on camera, so you knew exactly what he was doing. Granted, I still don't think he should have done that, but it's okay. He did need to know what it did. And I think he was seeing if it stopped his Liliana. And he plays out Anafenza, and I believe Liliana, Heretical Healer. Yep, for those of you unaware, Liliana Heretical Healer is 1 black for a 2/3 with lifelink. It is human, and says whenever another non-token creature you control dies, exile Liliana and return her transformed. If you do, put a 2/2 black zombie into play. So, as soon as one of Carter's creatures die, Liliana's getting flipped. And on the flip side, because, you know, on the flip side, it's a thing that us swag kids say, Liliana says +2, each player discards a card. -X, return target non-legendary creature with converted mana cost X or less from the graveyard to your battlefield. From the graveyard to the battlefield. There we go. And -8, you get an emblem with whenever a creature dies, return it to the battlefield under your control at the beginning of the next end step. And she comes in with 3 loyalty. Yeah, it's F&M. I just didn't know. I know that you cannot do that at all anymore at big tournaments, so I was just throwing that one out there. So it looked like he attacked with the Finks with the Exalted trigger from Hierarch to put David down to 14. Or shuffling his hand around, or his lands actually. I think he has all of his hand in play. So he's just shuffling his hands around to do something, or his lands around to do something with his hands. He's having a very Ricky Bobby moment right now, and he's not sure what to do with his hands. Untap, and we're going to see him draw what looked like maybe Viscera Seer? Is that what I saw? Because if so, that is 100% lethal. Unless David has... Well, I guess David has Torpor Orb. Never mind, ignore me, and Carter's just going to get busy for 7. And that is the new art Path to Exile, and it's going to hit Anafenza, Kintree Spirit, and Carter will probably get a Plains. Nope, a Swamp. That's right, I forgot that deck does play black. He's going to Vapor Snag the Kitchen Finks. Carter's going to go down to 17 life as he fetched. We have David Black on the left playing Merfolk, and Carter Newman on the right playing Abzan Clegg to Company here in round 3 at Hometown Hobbies. And Carter is actually ahead right now, 1-0. And David is down 0-1. So let's see. There we go. I'm trying here. David plays a Cavern of Souls. If I had to guess, he'd be naming Merfolk with that one. The attack last turn put Carter to 12. Harbinger of the Tides is going to bounce back Liliana. And that's fine with Carter, as he didn't have an actual way to stop it. I'm not sure what Torpor Orb does. Oh, I see. It doesn't stop actual enter the battlefield abilities. So, Kitchen Finks actually still happens. It's just it wouldn't trigger an Anafinza bolster or anything like that. However, I think it might still work with Malira, because you can still... Yeah, you can. I think it still works with Malira. It just doesn't work with Anafinza, because Anafinza doesn't trigger and Malira never triggers. It's just I think it's a static ability, is what it's called. Just her creatures just can't have -1/-1 counters put on them. So right now, Carter, I believe, is looking for a sack outlet to end this game very fast. He wants to go ahead and read Liliana so he knows what's about to happen. But if he blocks, he just loses his Harbinger of the Tides, and Kitchen Finks comes into play untapped. Unless he attacked with the Malira too, in which case that either means he has one in his hand, or... I'm not sure. David's thinking about it. Looks like he has Mirror Regery, a Spell Pierce, and a Lord of Atlantis in his hand. At least. He has 4 cards. I couldn't tell what the other card is. Notice that our players are sporting their Hometown Hobbies t-shirts. If you wear your Hometown Hobbies t-shirt to FNM, you can play in any of our constructed FNMs completely free. And we still add the prizes together. Usually it's $10 to enter, and we give 100% of the prize back out. And this time, we're still doing the $10 an entry. Even if you pay using your t-shirt, it's still added to the prize pool. So these players are playing essentially for free because they spent $15 to buy the t-shirt. And if you play in 2 FNMs, you already, paid for those 2 FNMs just with a shirt. And any after that, it's just free. So I think we started that at the beginning of June or the end of May. I can't remember when we got the t-shirts in exactly. But yeah, we've had the shirts a little bit, and it has been a success. We get a decent amount of players each week coming out to play Magic for free, winning prizes. I don't think Carter top decked his Viscera Seer, or I think he would have slammed it down. As another Harbinger of the Tides bounce Kitchen Finks back to his hand. Or blocks the Kitchen Finks, I'm sorry, and transforms Liliana. Liliana is going to probably... Oh, I think Carter goes up to 21 actually. So he gets 2/2 zombie. She goes to 3. So right now I think they're trying to figure out what to do. Temple Garden's going to be discarded for Carter for sure. And that looks like an Eternal Witness. That is... If that's the only card in Carter's hand, I mean, it's fine because it is an Eternal Witness. But it's not particularly good here. Granted, David does only have a Lord of Atlantis in play, so... And it looks like he drew a Nykthos or a Cavern, maybe. The Spell Pierce in his hand doesn't do much right now. As Carter played a Planeswalker using her, flip ability, but just by Kitchen Finks dying, to transform her into the mighty Liliana Defiant Necromancer. David is at 7. I have not been keeping life totals up in this game very well. I'm just expecting Carter to combo off, and I forget sometimes, most of the time actually with that deck, you just win by attacking and controlling the game, and sometimes you win by comboing. So Lord of Atlantis is going to come down, and it's more than likely a blocker, and that might have been another Malira. thanks everybody who's tuned in and watching us. Appreciate that. We're Hometown Hobbies, streaming from Rare Drops, which is next door. They're pretty awesome and let us use their closet to stream in. That way the players can't hear us next door. That way we're able to commentate. And yeah, I'm Kenny, and I'm, I guess, your host for the evening. Life totals are 7-19. Carter in the lead. And he definitely has board presence. And this was a mulligan to 5, and David kept to 7. Like I said, it's going to be an uphill battle for Carter, but he is not out of it with a mulligan like that. And sure enough, he showed me exactly true and is giving his all in this game. Finks comes down. Looks like an Ewit and another card for Finks, or in Carter's hand. Oh, Finks was in play. Never mind. Finks is going to attack with the trigger. He's going to knock him down to 3. Unless I'm missing something. Yeah, knocks David down to 3. Liliana's going to plus, and looks like it's going to be Eternal Witness, and Carter has a Chord of Calling in his hand to chord for the Viscera Seer for the instant speed win. And we'll see if David taps out. If he drew a Rejury, he pretty much has to. And that does it too. Liliana gets to plus next turn. Oh, he had a Rejury too. So Liliana gets to plus next turn, making him discard Spell Pierce. And then Carter gets to chord for Viscera Seer. Or he might actually be able to... Yeah, he can just chord for Viscera Seer now, actually. If he really wants. He has plenty of mana to pay the Spell Pierce. That is assuming that it is the Spell Pierce still in his hand, and Carter would know to not do it if it is. So... he's going to do it for 3, and then maybe grab a Rex Sage instead. To blow up Torpor Orb, perhaps? Oh, yeah. He's going to grab Rex Sage to blow up Torpor Orb. Use Liliana's minus to bring back Eternal Witness. To get back Chord of Calling. To recast Chord for 1, maybe? Is that what he's doing? Nope, he's just going to grab Cartel Aristocrat. That's also pretty good. Yeah, I didn't know if he had a crazy line of play put together in his head that I didn't see. On the thing I'm looking at the stream on, it looks like it is not too great quality, so please let me know if it is not the best. And it looks like Carter did get that one. 2-0, playing his Abzan Collected Company deck. So we see the power of Liliana, and she's able to discard. Oh, Torpor Orb does stop all of it. Okay. I wasn't sure if the Torpor Orb would stop that or not, as it says it stops abilities triggering. I didn't know if that just stopped Anafenza since she triggers. But I will be right back, everybody, as Carter gets that one 2-0 against Merfolk. And I will see what we're going to do next. And in about... Actually, wait. I guess I need to do that now. Hold on. I got a giveaway to do. Alright, let's start this giveaway. Random active user. Are you ready? Make sure you like the Facebook page and follow us here on Twitch. Looks like Jace the Faithful. You are our winner of Chandra. Fire of Kaladesh. If you want Chandra, Fire of Kaladesh, please message us on Facebook and here on Twitch. That way we can make sure it's both you. But yeah, Jace, you are the winner of our Chandra Roaring Flame, Chandra Fire of Kaladesh card from Magic Origins. That will be shipped to you either Monday or Tuesday, depending on how busy we are, etc., etc. But yeah. Completely rigged with a random giveaway. And also, I don't know Jace the Faithful, actually. So, sorry, Boydzilla, that you did not get the card. Why do you